क्या आप कॉलेज के साथ कैट क्रैक कर सकते हो? और अगर आपको कैट 2025 में अच्छा स्कोर लाना है तो आपको किन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए और कैसे आप बेस्ट स्टडी मटेरियल और रिसोर्सेज को चूज कर सकते हो? कैट की प्रिपरेशन के दौरान आपको किन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए और कौन सी मिस्टेक आपको अवॉइड करनी चाहिए? तो अगर आपके भी यही सवाल है तो आज की वीडियो आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाली है, क्योंकि आज की वीडियो में हमने बात की है आईएम के स्टूडेंट से और उनसे पूछा है रिगार्डिंग कैट प्रिपरेशन आईएम के लाइफ के बारे में। सो हे गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। मैं हूं सागर चौधरी, आपका मेंटोर, और अगर आप चैनल पे नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए और इस वीडियो को अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए ताकि ऐसी इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियोस आपके पास आती रहे।
To get free career counseling, check the link in description box and pin the comment below.
तो कैट 2025 के लिए क्या स्ट्रेटेजी रहनी चाहिए? अभी जो बच्चे फाइनल ईयर में हैं उन्हें कैसे प्रिपरेशन को स्टार्ट करना चाहिए ताकि एक अच्छा 20 स्कूल उन्हें मिल पाए?
I think अभी तुमको enjoy करना चाहिए. Enjoyment, like these 3 years will not come to again, right? So right now they should enjoy, and then they should decide if they want to go for a job or they want to pursue an MBA, because reasons for pursuing an MBA for everybody is very different. So right now they should clear their heads in which direction they should go for. Like I have friends who are working also, and I have friends who are pursuing MBA also. I have friends who are dropper also.
Yeah.
So like reasons for all three of them are like really different, and they should clear their heads and like in which direction they should go for. I pursued an MBA because I was not getting decent opportunities in UG. That was my reason for pursuing an MBA, because I did not have the enough confidence to enter in the industry without any prior knowledge. But like people are there who have decent knowledge about how the industry operates and they are working nicely.
Okay.
So they should firstly clear their heads, and if they are if they're willing to pursue an MBA, then they should start preparing for it like 6 months before, or like whatever the timeline is, because everybody have a different learning curve. I had a fast learning curve from among my friends, so I started like 2 months ago.
Okay.
But then I have seen people are working like really hard from like past 1 year, past 2 years. So it depends.
Okay, so अभी अगर कोई फाइनल ईयर के अंदर है तो कॉलेज के साथ उन्हें कितना टाइम कैट की प्रिपरेशन में डेडिकेट करना चाहिए ताकि एक मैनेज हो पाए दोनों चीजें?
So you know that there's a really cool saying in MBA, it depends.
Okay.
And I think for every question of yours, that would be my answer. It depends entirely on how the person is, what's the person's profile, what is his catching power, his or her catching power. Are they able to grasp the topic in the first time they see it, or do they require consistent efforts over the period of time? Sometimes even 2 hours of sitting with the classes works. Sometimes not even 6 hours are enough.
Okay.
It depends person to person.
कैट की कोचिंग कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है? बिकॉज आपने भी लास्ट 2 मंथ में स्टार्ट किया था, सो आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या अगर कोई बच्चा 6 मंथ बिफोर या 1 ईयर बिफोर स्टार्ट कर रहा है प्रिपरेशन, तो क्या उस टाइम पे कैट की कोचिंग कोई रिक्वायरमेंट है या फिर नहीं है?
Again, it depends from person to person. I've seen people here who have not taken any coaching and are like really, they're innately very intelligent. So if you look at them, you'll be like, okay, they do not even require any coaching. But coaching or the assistance is required when you do not know from where to start. And coaching gives you a timetable. I did not take any coaching what do you say? I did not take any direct coaching. I did not take any offline coaching. I had like a series lecture. I had a mock test, which I had. So which I was giving like mock test series, and I had a series of lecture online only. Like I used to listen to them randomly, and like whenever I had the time, it worked out for me. But people are actually going to coaching institutes and they are splurging money there. I think it's really important to identify the teacher you understand from. It does not need to be offline coaching center, because there are certain teachers who like really explain really well, even if they're online and even if they're free. So it does not give you an edge if you're going to a coaching center. It does not give you an edge if you're taking an online class. You have to identify which tutor, which instructor you are learning the best from.
Okay.
So that depends.
So PYQs कितने इंपॉर्टेंट है? क्योंकि हम ये देखते हैं कि बाकी जो एंट्रेंस एग्जाम होते हैं, चाहे वो यूजी लेवल का हो या कोई पीजी लेवल का एग्जाम हो, वहाँ भी PYQs बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. बट क्या कैट के लिए क्या वो PYQs इतने इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं? और होते हैं तो कितने लास्ट ईयर के कितने PYQs हमें करने चाहिए?
I think PYQs is again a question bank. So it's good if you do like as many as you can.
Okay.
Right? It gives you an idea of what kind of question. questions would appear in the exam. So, for example, LRDI, a lot of coaching centers will teach you like, okay, this is the sitting arrangement, this is the circular arrangement, this is the linear arrangement. But ultimately, when you look at the PYQs, you look, okay, so this is the way the question is developed. This is the question language is structured. It's very different when compared to the mocks that would be available in the test series, right? So you'll understand what kind of language it actually appears in the main exam, and how do you have to approach those kind of questions. So it's like a good practice. What do you say? Question bank.
ओके, तो कैट के एग्जाम के साथ साथ कितने और बैकअप एग्जाम रखने चाहिए? क्योंकि हमें पता है कि एक कैट का एग्जाम तो होता ही है टॉप 20 स्कूल के लिए, बट उसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे अच्छे एग्जाम्स होते हैं जिसके थ्रू आप एक अच्छे टॉप 20 स्कूल में जा सकते हैं। तो आपने कितने एग्जाम दिए थे एंड बच्चों को और कितने एग्जाम देने चाहिए? 3 देने चाहिए, 4 देने चाहिए? तो कितने नंबर्स पे हो सकते हैं?
Again, it depends. So I gave 2 exams, CAT and XAT,
Okay.
and I scored really well in both. My sister gave CAT and NMAT.
ओके,
So it depends on what your ultimate B school is. For my sister, it was NMIMS. For
Okay.
me, it was an IM or XRI Jamshedpur only.
ओके,
So yeah, so it depends on the goals and aspiration of the candidate. I did not want to go anywhere beyond IM or beyond XLRI. So I gave that also, and I was interviewed for that. I could not clear it, unfortunately, but it was a great learning experience. And I think it depends on your ultimate ultimate B school. Every person have a priority in mind. Some people want to go to Symbiosis, they'll appear for SNAP. Some people like the structure of the exam. That SNAP is it's a fast-paced, easy exam. So it depends.
तो फॉर्म फिलिंग को लेकर डाउट होता है बच्चों का कि कि अभी ये बहुत सारे फॉर्म्स आने स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं एंड नेक्स्ट ईयर में बच्चों के पास बहुत सारे फॉर्म आएंगे, तो क्या मतलब कैट एग्जाम से पहले फॉर्म भरना चाहिए या बाद में भरना चाहिए? तो आपने किस टाइम में फॉर्म भरा था?
So I think one of the major mistakes that I did during my CAT journey was not filling up the form before CAT exam.
Okay.
So SP Jain and MDI released the form before the exam.
Yeah.
And last date of form filling is on the day of the CAT exam. Right? So I started preparation 2 months earlier, as I told you. So I was very underconfident. I was very underconfident, and I used to think that I'll not even score a decent percentile, let alone get into SP Jain, which was a blunder on my part, because SP Jain also gives out profile-based calls and merit-based calls. So if you do not want to miss out on any opportunity, it's very important, it's very imperative that you have to fill all the forms on time.
Okay.
Do not miss out on 1 or 2 forms just because it cost you 3,000, 4,000 rupees, because it might lead you to a really good B school at the end.
Okay. So अभी जो अगला सवाल है हमारा वो ये है कि आपने अपने टाइम पे क्या मिस्टेक्स किए थे ड्यूरिंग द प्रिपरेशन जो अभी कैट एस्पिरेंट को नहीं करने चाहिए? तो आपको क्या वो एडवाइस है जो आप देना चाहोगे?
I think I committed a lot of mistakes. For example, I started really late. I think even if I would have started 1 month earlier. So if I would have the timeline of 3 months, I would have maybe done considerably better job. I would have covered a lot more topics and given a lot more mock tests. So I'm not proud of my timeline, but it led me to Kozhikode, so I'm fine with it. And then secondly, I took interview coaching really late. So it really late, even after the results were declared. So I think it's very imperative, it's really, how do you say it? It becomes very important that you learn how to present yourself in a nice way to the panelist. Because those people there, they are looking at you only for 15-20 minutes, and it's really important that you leave a good impression there. So even if you know a lot of things but you are not going to present it in a nice way, it's all going to fall flat. Your CAT score does not matter, because ultimately all the 300 candidates that are being interviewed on that particular day, they have the same score, maybe even more than you.
Yeah. So mainly यही है कि मतलब स्टार्ट थोड़ा सा अर्ली कर लो, है ना, एंड फॉर द इंटरव्यू ऑल्सो यू हैव टू स्टार्ट अर्ली, ताकि एक लाइनअप रहे कि हाँ इस टाइम पे इंटरव्यू, तो हमें बैकअप में ऑप्शन रहे काफी सारे हमारे पास, काफी चीजें।
The interview की timeline it was same, but because I started coaching really late, so I missed out on a lot of topics that were already taught. So I had to watch recordings. I could not ask live doubts, right? So it creates like some issues for me, because like people who were starting really early, they have an edge. They could participate more in GD. They could participate well in like the group discussions and in the mock interviews, because then they have a lot of knowledge they have already learned. They could state the facts and figures with such confidence, which I did not have.
ओके, सो मेनली अब जो इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड के होते हैं एंड साइंस बैकग्राउंड के होते हैं, उनके लिए कहीं ना कहीं DI और LR का सेक्शन कहीं इजी होता है, बट अगर कोई बच्चा कॉमर्स का है एंड ह्यूमैनिटीज का है, तो क्या स्ट्रेटजी रहनी चाहिए DI और LR को लेकर के कि वो भी स्टार्ट करे प्रिपरेशन को? तो स्टार्टिंग मंथ में क्या एक स्ट्रेटजी रहनी चाहिए?
I think this question could be framed in a different way also. Like for example, engineering students might say that humanities students के लिए VRC is very easy,
Yeah.
or humanities students might say that commerce students के लिए quant is really easy.
Yeah,
So there's
same.
not like a way to look at it, right? You can't generalize the entire background because of this. That DILR is easy for them because they are from engineering background. I think it really depends on how you approach a particular problem. Because I'll tell you about myself, I like scored the highest in DILR,
Okay.
and I'm not an engineer. I left science in class 12. So after class 12. So it really depends on like how you approach a particular problem and with what clarity you are going. You have to understand the question and then approach it. So I was given a tip by my senior, like so I was given a advice or tip by my senior, and he told me that you have to go through all the questions, the sets of questions first, and then you have to take 1 or 2 minutes to decide which one you should go for on the day of the exam also. That would give you like you'll rank the questions right on the basis of the difficulty level, and if you even solve 2 sets, you're good to go.
Okay.
You'll get a decent percentage. So it does not take a genius work to identify the difficulty level of the questions for you. It ultimately depends on you which questions you are approaching.
So अभी लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये रहेगा कि आपने स्ट्रैटेजी बता दी कैसे फॉलो करना है, बट एक मेन चीज होता है मॉक को लेकर के। So अभी कोई बच्चा प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर रहा है, बच्चे सोचते हैं ठीक है एग्जाम से कुछ 2-3 महीने पहले हम मॉक देना स्टार्ट करेंगे, बट अभी उनके पास एम्पल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम है, एंड क्या उन्हें मॉक देना चाहिए अभी से या फिर वेट करना चाहिए थोड़ा टाइम बाद?
No, they do. मतलब why not? Is the question, right? Like just as I told you, the syllabus is never ending. The syllabus is never going to end. It's so vast. You can't always keep on covering your syllabus and not giving up the mocks. You can't be like, firstly I'll cover all the topics in quant and then I'll start giving mocks. Because it would be too late by then. You have to understand the question pattern. So I'll tell you, okay? Yeah. So I spent an ample amount of time, like ample, you can say like so much amount of time on numbers.
Okay.
And it does not even come for like 2-3 questions. It only like comes in like 1 question or something. So because I did not appear for mocks by then, so that was a huge mistake on my part, right? So you have to give mocks to understand like which section of quant is coming for like how much questions, how much marks, and like what's the pattern of the exam.
Which question is important, वो मॉक से पता चल जाता है कि कौन सा important है. Okay.
Like is fill in the blanks still in trend, para jumble, paraphrases, what is in trend right now? You have to see, and then that's what mock is going to give you the clarity about it.
Okay.
So yes, mocks are really important to give.
And now the VARC section, because अभी बच्चों के पास बहुत सारा टाइम है, तो क्या उन्हें न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग करनी चाहिए? एंड बच्चे कंफ्यूज रहते हैं कि नॉवल पढ़े या फिर न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग करे, तो इनके बीच में थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन रहता है बच्चों को, तो क्या रहना चाहिए VARC का एक प्रॉपर स्ट्रेटजी?
I think अभी आप सारी स्ट्रेटजी मुझसे पूछ लोगे. Okay, so for VRC I'll tell you, read whatever interests you. Okay.
Okay.
मेरे को न्यूज़पेपर इतना बोरिंग लगता है. I cannot read newspaper. So
या कई
reading
बच्चों का रहता है कि उनके न्यूज़पेपर उन्हें नहीं समझ आता, वो कहते हैं कि हमें नॉवल पढ़ना है. या
the newspaper is not an option for me. It's so boring. Like I can watch YouTube videos about the same news, but I cannot read newspapers. And I have tried multiple times, and it's not like I've not tried it. So it's does not just sit well with me to sit idly for 15-20 minutes, turn on the pages of the newspapers. Whereas I can read a novel in one go. I can sit for 6 and 7 hours and read a novel. So even though like the long format text are not in the exams, but they help me increase my speed. They help me increase my vocabulary. So novel, for me, reading novel was a good idea. So it depends on what interests you. Again, like if you like reading articles, it's a really good way, because ultimately articles are the one thing that are coming in the exams.
Yeah.
So whatever interests you, read that.
Okay, so that's from our side, and thank you so much for coming. So yeah, thank you.
Inviting.
आई होप आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो, और अगर आपके कोई डाउट्स है तो वो आप हमसे कमेंट सेक्शन में पूछ सकते हैं। तो तब तक के लिए वीडियो को लाइक करना है, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना है और अपने दोस्तों के साथ इस वीडियो को शेयर करना है, ताकि ऐसी इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियोस आपके पास आती रहे। तो तब तक के लिए गुड बाय।